Most people believe the rich have something the rest of us don't. Better jobs, better luck, better opportunities. But in reality, the biggest difference is much simpler. The rich use time very differently than everyone else. And once you understand this, you start seeing why wealth keeps flowing to the same people. Think about how most people treat time. They trade it directly for money. You work an hour, you get paid for that hour. Feels logical, feels fair. But there's a hidden problem with this system. There are only 24 hours in a day, which means if your income depends entirely on your time, your financial growth will always be limited. And this is where the gap between the average person and the wealthy begins to form, because the rich stopped selling time a long time ago. Instead, they started investing it. Wealthy people don't just ask, "How much money can I make today?" They ask a completely different question. How can I use my time today to create money tomorrow? This shift in thinking changes everything, because time can either be spent or it can be multiplied. And the wealthy focus almost entirely on multiplication. Let's break down exactly how they do this. 1. They build systems, not just income. Most people build income streams. The wealthy build systems. Here's the difference. Imagine two people. The first person works as a freelancer. They get paid every time they complete a project. If they stop working, the income stops too. Now imagine someone who spends time creating an online course, a software tool, or a business system. First, it takes a lot of effort, but once it's built, that system can continue producing income without requiring their time every day. This is why many wealthy people focus on things like the following: businesses, investments, intellectual property, scalable products. They spend time once, and the system keeps working for years, while most people trade time over and over again. 2. They protect their time aggressively. If you look closely at wealthy individuals, you'll notice something interesting. They treat time like it's their most valuable asset, because in reality, it is. Money lost can be earned again, but time is gone forever. That's why many wealthy people delegate tasks, hire assistants, automate repetitive work, avoid unnecessary meetings. It might seem strange to pay someone else to do things you could technically do yourself. But from their perspective, every hour saved can be used for something far more valuable. Thinking, planning, building, because those activities are what actually create wealth. 3. They invest time into learning. Another hidden pattern among wealthy people is how much time they spend learning. Not casually, strategically. They read books, study industries, analyze trends, because knowledge compounds just like money does. A skill learned today can generate opportunities for decades. For example, someone who spends years learning about investing, business strategy, technology, often ends up seeing opportunities that others completely miss. To most people, it just looks like luck. But in reality, it was years of invested learning. Here's something surprising. Many wealthy people don't actually work fewer hours than everyone else. In fact, some of them work more. But the key difference is what those hours are used for. Average workers spend time maintaining income. Wealth builders spend time creating leverage. Leverage means 1 hour of effort can produce results far beyond that single hour. This is the real secret, not working less, but making every hour far more powerful. 4. They play the long game. Most people focus on short-term rewards, immediate salary, quick wins, fast results. But wealth almost always comes from long-term thinking. The rich are comfortable investing time today for results that might take years to appear. Starting a business, learning a complex skill, building investments, These things rarely pay off instantly, but over time, they compound. And compounding is where wealth becomes almost unstoppable. A small investment of time today can turn into massive results years later. So here's the key insight that separates wealth builders from everyone else. The average person asks, "What can I earn for my time?" The wealthy ask, "What can my time build that keeps earning later?" It's a subtle difference, but that one question completely changes the direction of your financial life. Because wealth isn't built by hours worked. It's built by assets created over time. The rich don't have more hours in the day. They simply use those hours differently. They build systems instead of just income. They protect their time aggressively. They invest time into learning. And most importantly, they focus on the long game. Because when time is used correctly, it becomes the most powerful wealth-building tool in the world. If you found this idea interesting, you'll probably enjoy the next video where we break down another hidden rule wealthy people follow that most people never learn. And if you want more videos that explain the psychology of money, wealth systems, and financial thinking, make sure you subscribe. Because once you start seeing how money actually works, you can't unsee it.